So what is he supposed to be the king of? The top shelf? It's a nice crown. I like the crown. Shiny.
Hey, what's up YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Takara MP-11 Transformers masterpiece, STARSCREAM. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So here it is. The front of the box is one big obligatory product shot, but very nice. Right here, his name is STARSCREAM. He is the Destron new leader. On the sides of the box, it just says Transformers Masterpiece. On the back, you have more obligatory product shots and all of the this and the that and the other stuff that it does, and a lot of stuff that I cannot read because I don't speak this language. I do love this picture on top of the box right here. It's just he just looks like, come on, you know you love me. Come on, give us a hug. I like that picture. But anywho, moving right along. So here is STARSCREAM in all his masterpiecey goodness. And as you can see here, I'm using Skywarp's stand because unfortunately this figure does not come with a stand, which sucks, but it does still accommodate the stand. So if you have a spare one, then you can use it to display your STARSCREAM in jet or robot mode. So we'll just pop him off the stand for now. Put that to the side. So here he is. It's basically the same Masterpiece Seeker mold. There has been some remolding, some re-engineering, and we'll get to that as we get to it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but still all the same nice detail, all the nice panel lining, nice Decepticon logos going on there. Just nice paint apps all around. Nice Decepticon logo right there on the nose cone. And all around, very nicely done. Looks great as far as I'm concerned. The same features as the original mold. You know, you have this little air brake thing here with the chromed piston. You do have the nose cone, which can be opened to reveal this silver dish thing. I don't know what this is. I don't know jets. I don't know jets. I don't know. You do have the thrusters back here, which can be positioned any way you like, and you can open up this rear section here to expose the inner workings, some inner details here, which is a nice touch. You know, you still have your landing gears right here, nice folding wheels. You can open this little door here and bring out this landing gear. So, still have all that good stuff. That hasn't changed. And of course you have these panels here on the wings, which can be moved and positioned how you like. But yeah, still very nice. I really like the way this looks. Of course you can't open up the cockpit, and instead of the Dr. Arkeville that all of the other Masterpiece Seekers had, you get a little transclearant holographic pilot. Isn't that just precious? Oh, it's so precious. I'm going to put them to the side right now. So yeah, you get that. But still, very cool. Now we'll bring in Masterpiece Skywarp. So you can see the differences, which you really can't see. You really can't tell the differences in the two molds until you turn them over. That's where you can really start seeing the differences. When you turn them over, you can see here, this centerpiece right here has been totally remolded on STARSCREAM. As you can see here, this piece has that little notch cut in to accommodate the stand, whereas on STARSCREAM, this piece is basically just shorter. So that's how it accommodates the stand. And it is a totally new mold. What will be the crotch piece, as you can see here, has been remolded also. The lower part of the legs has been pretty much completely remolded. One thing that kind of disappoints me, one thing I liked about Skywarp is the fact that, there are a lot of extra panels on the side, which makes the jet mode look a lot more sleek. It gives it a much more aerodynamic design when you look at it from the profile. And on STARSCREAM, those panels are gone. They've been eliminated, so it looks a little more blocky and bulky when you look at it from the profile. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Another thing, as you can see here on Skywarp, you can actually remove the null rays completely. So there is a little bit of parts forming. Oh no, parts forming, worst toy ever. But on STARSCREAM, the null rays are actually attached to this armature right here. So there is no parts forming. These will stay attached to him through the whole transformation, which is also why they did not include the little double missiles that Skywarp comes with. So you got that right there. So other than that, still very cool jet mode. I really like it. I've never owned a Masterpiece Starscream, so this is my first time with a Masterpiece Starscream, and I feel like this is definitely the better version. And we'll get more into why once we get him into robot mode. So let's do that now, shall we? Let's just do that. So first thing you want to do is just unpeg the null rays. Just leave them hanging there in space. You can flip up those tail fins. You can take these panels and flip them down like that. You want to split the legs, and now you're going to bring them down like that. Come on. They're a little stubborn. Come on, man. There we go. There we go. So you just want to bring the legs down. As you can see here, these whole tail fin sections stay attached to the leg, as opposed to Skywarp and the other Masterpiece Seeker mold, where this whole section was basically hanging off the hips. They basically did that modification that iGear did. So you have that. So now you just take this whole section here and you just push it up. And again, it's a little tight on mine. But you just slide it up like that. Then you just take the foot, bring it down, rotate it. One very nice and very much appreciated bit of transformation. You open this up and you pull this down, close it back up, and he actually has a heel spur, which means he can actually stand. That makes me so happy. So happy. Well, we're going to bring down this foot, rotate it, open this up, bring down the heel spur, close that back up, and there you got his legs up. Forgot to slide this up. Come on. Get up there. There you go. So now we got his legs done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to untab the wings. And the wings tab in about 3 different spots. They tab in right here, they tab in here, and they also tab in right here. So it's kind of a bit of a pain in the butt to get these undone. Or maybe not. Or maybe it'll be ridiculously easy after I had so much trouble doing it in the past. What the... Man. It's like when you take your car to the mechanic, it never makes that noise again. It never makes that noise again. I have no room to talk because I don't have a car. But anyway, yeah, you just want to undo these wings. Okay, now this is the one that's going to give me problems. There we go. So you just want to take those and bring them out like that and out of the way. And as you can see here, this piece right here stays attached to the wings, whereas on Skywarp, they're a separate piece and they end up, hanging out behind his head in robot mode. But we'll get more into that once we get into robot mode. So once we get that done, you want to take the arms, you want to bring them out, and you also want to rotate the arms at the same time. Makes life a little bit easier. Just rotate them at this joint here. Bring it out. Rotate the arm like that. Then you can bring down the hands, like so. Now you want to bring the arms up, like that, and then just bring these, oh no, before you do that, actually you want to take this middle section here and bring these pieces down and around like that. I almost forgot to do that. There you go. Bring these pieces down and around. Now you can take these sections and bring them down like that. There you go. And you can take the null raise, you can take this whole armature here, and you want to rotate the entire armature on that ball joint, and then you just collapse it in on itself like that. Which is neat, a neat little piece of engineering, and very simple too, a very simple yet very neat little piece of engineering that they worked into this mold. So, there you have that. Now you're just going to take this panel right here and just pop it up like that. You're going to take your nose cone, break it in half, open up the cockpit. You're going to take this little seat section here, fold it back, close the cockpit back up, and now you're going to take this and just feed it through that gap right there. Oop. Trying to make sure that his noggin goes through that opening right there, like that. And once you get it there, you're going to take the nose cone and bring it down like that. And you see there's a port right there and a post right here, so you're just going to take that and plug it into that port like that. Just take this whole assembly and bring it down. Now you're going to come back here to the wings, and you're going to flip up these little tabs right here. And these little tabs are going to tab into these slots right behind his shoulders. So you're just going to take these wings and rotate them up. I mean, the transformation is basically the same. If you have the Masterpiece Seeker mold, this is nothing new to you. You've done this before. It is the same transformation. The only difference is really just this little modification in the leg. But it's still basically the same transformation. And there you have it. Just straighten his fingers out. And there he is. There's Masterpiece Starscream in his robot mode. Now you can take these intake sections here, and they are on a ratchet joint here. They click twice, so you can basically angle these how you want. Bring them all the way forward. Just bring them forward one click. Do whatever you want with them. Up to you. And these wings can be angled back. And you can bring them down. You can angle them however you like. Totally up to you. But yes, there he is. And it looks very cool. I mean, again, it's the Masterpiece Seeker mold, so there's not a whole lot of differences, but it still, to me, looks good. And I love the fact that he can actually stand. Heel spurs. Was that really so hard to figure out? I mean, really? Yeah. Why couldn't they have figured that out years ago? Hey, maybe he needs heel spurs. Maybe these people actually want their figure to stand. I don't know. But yes, very cool. Totally new head sculpt, which you probably will not be able to see because the light is not my friend, and his face is actually quite dark. But it actually is a totally new head sculpt, which looks really cool. And it kind of disappoints me that he doesn't have that Starscream evil smirk. That's the one thing I feel as though it's missing. But still, a nice head sculpt. And as you can see here, these sides, the sides of the head actually do compress. Because since the head is bigger than the original mold, they had to make it compress so it could actually still fit through that opening. But still has all the same articulation. The head's on a ball joint. The shoulders are on a ratchet joint. They can do a full 360. They can go in and out. Rotate at the bicep. Double jointed elbow. You get your wrist swivel. You get a joint at the thumb. The first finger is on a ball joint, and a joint here at the knuckle. And these three fingers are fused together, so you just get the ball joint at the knuckle, and then the joint there at the second knuckle. You do get a little bit of a waist joint, a little bit of waist movement. Legs on a ratchet joint, they can go forward, they can go back, in and out, all that good stuff. You get rotation there at the hip. You get good range of movement on the knees. And you do get a little bit of foot movement there. But all in all, though, very cool. I like him very much. You could even move his null raise around. You could even position the null raise. Hey, why not? Dare I say why not? Oh, its wing came untapped there. There you go. But still very cool. Now, for comparison, Here he is with Masterpiece Skywarp, who cannot stand on his own. He can't stand. He just can't. Here, lean against. Nope, not even that. But here we'll get more into the differences here. Obviously, again, totally new head sculpt. The head sculpt is a lot thicker, whereas Skywarp's is just very thin. Again, you have that remolding in the midsection. You got the remolding there in the crotch plates. A lot of remolding done to the lower legs as well as the feet. And again, you know, he doesn't have these big chunks of jet hanging off his hips due to the modification they made. But again, these pieces right here, they're hanging out behind Skywarp's head, are still attached to the wings here. It actually looks kind of cool. Makes the wings look all spiky. Looks very cool. And of course the arms are a lot slimmer because they don't have these panels here anymore, so that's been reduced. So now the arms look a lot slimmer. So there you have it. And those are pretty much the main differences right there. And of course Starscream does still have the nipple missiles, which don't look all that good. The paint just looks really, I don't know, just looks really blotchy and really bad. I don't really like that, but it's okay. It's alright. But of course, again, as I mentioned before, if you do have a Masterpiece Seeker stand, he does still have that plug right here behind his butt, which oh wait, I put this on backwards. I put this on backwards. There we go. You can still take it and plug this back here into his butt. So you can get some flight poses out of him if you so choose. It will still accommodate the Seeker stand. But there you go. Now the one very, very, very cool thing about this figure is the fact that it comes with the Coronation set, an official Coronation set. You do get the 2 shoulder pads, which are done in nice purple plastic with some gold accents and some nice molding all around, and these are the connection points right here. You also get his cape. See the connector here? It's also on a double hinge right here, so you can actually like open the cape up and fan it out, which is very, very cool. I really like that feature. Very nicely done. And he also comes with, of course, the crown, which is done in a nice gold chrome with some red accents. Very, very cool. So let's get him in his Coronation gear, shall we? Let's. So let's take the shoulder pads. You're going to take these tabs right here and just tab them in to these slots right here on his shoulders. And the funny thing is that the original Seeker mold actually does have these connection points, so you can actually put this Coronation set on your original Masterpiece Seeker if you want. So you just want to take them and plug them in like that. And everything's on a hinge too, so you can, they will accommodate any posing you want to do with them, which is a very nice touch. Plug in the other one. There you have that. And you're basically going to take the cape here and you're going to slide it over this section right here. Just going to take it and slide it right over that, like so. And there you have that. And of course, last but not least, the crown. Right there. Move these back. Oh, come on. Stay on. And there you go. Starscream in full Coronation mode. And that looks really, really freaking sweet, if you ask me. I really like that. And again, you can take it and open it up and fan it out to make it look even more epic. And that is just really, really cool. Now the cape itself, it is on 2 ball joints right here, so you can take it and move it up. Unfortunately, mine's anyway isn't tight enough to really support the cape if you want to get some flowing in the wind action, but I could just tighten these up and that'll fix that. And another cool thing is it actually is on a ratchet joint, so you can take it and shift it. You get about 2 clicks to either side, so you can take it and angle it like so, which again just makes for a really, really cool look. And I'm thoroughly impressed. I really like the changes that they made to this figure, and it just really looks cool. I think this is definitely the definitive masterpiece Starscream. You know, I really am happy that I held out on getting, you know, the original, you know, the green Scream and the original Hasbro release. I'm really glad that I didn't get those and got my hands on this one, because this is honestly a much superior version of the Masterpiece mold than this. I like this mold. I don't have a problem with it, just, you know, besides the fact that he can't stand on his own worth of crap. You know, this is still perfectly fine, but they definitely improved it, I think, in leaps and bounds. You know, and it was very subtle changes in some places, but they really, it really made a difference, and I am really quite impressed by this. I would definitely recommend it. Will this version of the mold get a US release? I don't know. I would assume so. I honestly would assume it would eventually see US retail. But for right now, you can only get the Takara version. I got it on Big Bad Toy Store, and I'm definitely very, very happy with it. And I would definitely recommend it. You know, if you're into the Masterpiece line, then this is something you need to own. And we're already getting an exclusive Sunstorm repaint, which is ridiculously expensive, so I'm not going to buy it. But I'm sure we'll probably get this mold in, you know, Skywarp colors and Thundercracker colors. I could see it happening. So, but all in all, though, I think all the improvements, all the changes they made to the mold were very well worth it. And the addition, of course, of the Coronation set just really just puts it over the top for me. Stand, man! Trying to close out the show here. Stand. But yes, definitely recommended. I love this thing. This thing is freaking cool. So I would definitely recommend it if you can get your hands on it. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Takara MP-11 Transformers Masterpiece Starscream. And this is EmGo's saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face!
My fellow Decepticons, as your new leader,
Ah, too!
Who disrupts my coronation?
Oh, sorry. That was me. It's my bad. Sorry about that.
Mascot, is that you?
Here's a hint. Kitty, kitty, mew, mew, stick your head in doo-doo. Kitty, kitty, mew, mew, and mew, and mew, and mew.
Oh, it is you! So how have you been?
I'm okay. What have you been up to?
You know, the usual. Trying to dethrone Megatron, failing miserably, you know how it goes. Same old, same old.
Yeah, I hear you. Say, that's a pretty nice cape.
What, this old thing? Nah, I've had this forever. I made it myself.
Cool. I like the crown, too.
Oh, thanks. I got it on sale.
Very cool. Can I borrow it sometime?